Well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess it's time for yet another exciting and fun-filled episode of your show. That's right, it's the Kickout Crew. Want to thank everybody for cashing in on last week's episode. I hope you climbed the ladder. And hey, maybe reach your hand up there, grab that briefcase, and maybe change your life. Who knows? But it is life changing. This new episode of your show. Want to thank everybody for joining us. Money in the Bank was last week. We got a different shenanigans this week. But if you want to, see all the shenanigans, you should follow us on all of our social media platforms. It is Kick Out Crew, because it's your show, so we keep it simple. And before we get going, I just want to say, welcome everybody to the new episode. And I guess it's time for a little ad break from one of our friends or a couple of our friends. It is a podcast you should be checking out, and I have said too much, so I might as well just get to their videos. So hey, Josh, take it away.
Hi, I'm Brad. This is Josh, and we are the host of the We'll Bring the Popcorn Entertainment Podcast.
Each and every week, we'll be bringing you the latest stories from the world of TV and film, as well as breakdowns of the TV shows that we're currently watching and all of the films that are hitting theaters that we go and see as well.
You can find us on YouTube, along with all the popular podcasting platforms. For our social media, anything else you want to know about us, you can head over to willbringthepopcorn.com.
We drop new episodes each and every Monday. We hope you'll take the time to check us out.
And wasn't that a good video? Y'all should check them out. And they're great friends, and I hope they keep doing good stuff. And, the cool thing about movies is there's always a way to talk about them. So they're never going to run out of ideas. Everything will be fresh. And you know what is fresh? I guess, hell, I'm trying to read the title of this outline, but I guess I'm going to go to Brain Stain. Maybe not. It's been a while. So, Brad, good to see you again, brother.
Hey,
what do you have this week?
All right, so what was the most important thing well, I guess there are a lot of you that are listening now. It was last week, but what was the most important thing that happened this week? I'll tell you what it was. Get a text from my wife, and she goes, "My Facebook has been hacked." So I'm like, yeah. All right. So then what do I care? You know what I mean? So she says, "Go do me a favor. Go onto your account and check to see what's going on my account." So I go on, I hit the Facebook button, and I'm logged out. All right. So what do? So both of us are hacked? No. Not buying that one at all. I do the responsible thing and I hit Facebook and Google and say news. Oh my gosh, an outage that has destroyed us. Social media is down. What is everyone going to do? Here's the best part of the whole thing. Everybody's down. Who the fuck cares? You telling me I can't check in at Chick-fil-A in the next half hour? How's anybody going to know I'm there? How are they going to know?
Did you know your password?
I did not know my password because that password that was the only thing I was nervous about because that password is older than my phone number. So if they're going to, I think I have a Hotmail account that might be linked to that I can't get into either. So yes.
Yeah.
And this is going on for, I guess, a couple hours at least. So then I go to I kept checking it, every 20 minutes or so, and I hit Facebook, and there was 2 accounts that I could click on. Guess what they were? One was Brad Stanton. One was Devin Dowling. It said, which one of these accounts is yours? Devin Dowling's. This is so freaking random. Brad Stanton.
So wait a minute. That just means you tried to log into his account. That's the reason why it would be on your phone.
That's the reason the whole thing went down. No. And then eventually I just clicked on Brad Stanton. I just ignored the Devin Dowling thing. I didn't think that was a good route, right?
And it's always a good thing to ignore Devin. Go ahead.
And then miraculously, the world was back the way it was meant to be.
Exactly.
Thank God.
I know what happened. Do you not know what happened?
What?
Tom from MySpace got pissed and hacked. He hacked Facebook and took him down for like 4 or 5 hours, trying to be everybody's best friend again. But I think Zach Zuckerberg, whatever his name is, Mark Zuckerberg, yeah, I think he finally got it straightened out, and Tom ain't our friend no more.
So that's the only ranting thing I have this week, but I want to talk about my WrestleMania weekend, because that is coming. That is almost upon us. It's within less than a month at this point as this airs. So let me just tell you what I got tickets to. Okay. I have tickets to all the WWE events. So I have night 1, night 2. And then I bought nosebleeds for SmackDown, Raw, Hall of Fame, NXT. Why? Because I don't know if I want to go to any of those. And here's why. Busted Open is going to be there that weekend at the 2300 Arena. Yeah. WrestleCon is going to be there that weekend. Okay, so that's the Sheraton, and every wrestler, anybody is there that's not WWE, basically.
Yeah.
There are four GCW shows that weekend. There's a Ring of Honor show that weekend. Battleground Wrestling at the 2300 Arena. Plus, we heard 3 things from Alex Kane that have nothing to do with any of this. I want to watch some independent wrestling.
Yeah.
So what would you guys... No, and one more thing. Adam O'Neill's freaking going to be there. I want to hang out, just hang out. I want to drink at the bar with Adam. I want to drink at the bar with Allison Faye. I want to drink Coach Rosie, Coach Keith. Let's go. I might not want to go to any of this shit.
Yeah, both hoops,
Both hoops. There is too much to do. Too much to do. So of the WWE stuff, what do you guys recommend I skip, and what do you recommend I go to? Now, all right, hold on. NXT's at 11:30 in the morning on Saturday.
I'd go to that.
And then but I have to run out of there if I want to go to Busted Open, because that's at like 2. And that's at a different place.
That's from 2 to 4.
Yeah, and guess what? There might be a line.
It's free to get in, though, so.
Yeah, it is even better for a line. I'd rather buy a ticket today.
But luckily, it's right there in the center of everything, so you're not far off. So I would go to NXT, kind of get the gist of everything. Maybe go to Busted Open for an hour, find out what's going on, who's going where, kind of game plan it, and then make your next move.
Yeah.
I'll be in Seattle, so it don't matter.
There's too much to do. What do you think, Devin? What do you think I should be doing?
So those are the 2 nights after Mania, right?
No,
the Friday before and the Monday after.
The Monday and the Friday, but there's still a ton of independent wrestling that's going to be going on that Friday.
I'll definitely go to the Hall of Fame.
And maybe even that Thursday. I want to do the show.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's going to be independent wrestling like the whole
time. I don't think SmackDown would be that. Like it's just SmackDown.
Keep in mind,
I think the Hall of Fame, Hall of Heyman speech after is going to be pretty great.
I would go to the Hall of Fame.
What fucking time is that? Is that taped? Is that live?
9? I think 9 p.m. Probably 10.
Yeah, probably 10.
The Hall of Fame starts immediately after SmackDown.
Okay, so it is live because it has been taped before.
And it is live on the Peacock network, on Peacock. So
I don't know, man. I'm skipping something. I'm going to regret it. James, what are you thinking, man?
Well, I wouldn't skip Hall of Fame because it only happens once a year, and this is the only time Paul Heyman's going to be inducted ever.
And it's the only time I'm probably ever going to get to go. Matt might come.
You have to be there for the crowd entrance of Paul Heyman. You have to. That's going to be like that's going to be like glass shattering type of entrance. When Paul Heyman walks on that stage, the crowd is going to lose their absolute mind. You have to be there for that.
EC-Dub.
Here's the second caveat to all this. My tickets are by myself. That, in a way, I think I mean, listen, I can't afford to bring somebody, honestly.
I mean, you got to go, bro. Because here's the thing. If those Stone Cold rumors are true, that would be the most epic shit of all time, and you would be there.
And I'm pretty sure Allison's tickets are by herself. I'm pretty sure Adam O'Neill's are by himself. So we're going to be like, I don't know, man. I know. All right. So the Hall of Fame, you're thinking for sure. Isn't the Raw after Mania, like, isn't that always a big deal?
Sometimes.
You tell me. It hadn't been in like 4 years.
Then that's what Matt M said. He said, get over that.
But last year, Cody come out and Brock interrupted, remember?
Yeah. So I think I make that because everything else will probably be over.
No, but then also,
like, what night is GCW on?
All of them. Oh, like there's ones at
Thursday,
midnight.
Friday,
there's ones at 11 in the morning.
Yeah.
I already know Joey Janela's thing is already sold out. I don't know.
I would say make all the independent shows you can. Try to get some meet and greets in, obviously.
So go to WrestleCon?
Yeah.
So
because that might be
some of those shows, like some of the other shows.
Matt Hardy.
As someone who has been to WrestleCon, I recommend that is like a must-go-to event. WrestleCon.
They might have people you might not ever get to see again.
I got to text Allison.
Some would say it would take you out of the stratosphere.
I got to text these other people that are going too because I'd like to do it with them. I don't want to walk around by myself. And then I want to drink beer. And I want to eat. Maybe see Meanie out. Maybe see Sandman out.
Yeah, maybe you hit by a fucking the stick.
I'd definitely go to WrestleCon.
I'm like
The
scared
cane,
and
the
anxious at
cane.
the same time. Scared and anxious. Or like happy and anxious. Like I'm excited, but I'm like,
I
ah.
really hope that at Top Guy weekend, Sandman comes out there and just beats the dog shit out of with the cane thing that you talk shit about. Oh,
He'll
it'd be
do it.
so
Kendo
epic.
stick.
I can maybe talk him into
Kendo
that
stick,
at
yeah,
the
yeah.
bar. I might be
Huh?
able to talk him into that this weekend.
Man, a fly would land on you and you'd crumble. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you're gonna hit,
I'm
this
short
fucking.
guy tough, brother. Short guy tough. Yeah. Yeah. Just how it
I hope
sounds.
I hope you find that.
All right. Well, that's it. I'm going to be talking about this for the next couple of weeks. I am excited, but like I said, I'm anxious about it. It's a unique experience for me to go alone. You know.
I was all about like, man, bracket sell them tickets to make money.
So guess
But
what? Guess what,
but
James?
man, if you're not there when the glass shatters, you'll never forgive yourself.
So
Why didn't you
night
buy 2
one,
tickets?
because I can't afford $1,600 more
Yeah.
and a
What's the
hotel room.
resale? What's
And
the resale on the WrestleMania tickets?
Okay, so night one is humongous now. It's like my ticket is like 1,600, so it's double. Night two is less.
I'd
Hey,
sell
well,
not one. I'd sell not one. Get all your money back.
no,
That
hey,
would pay for the
if night
weekend.
one goes over $5,000, sell it.
Yeah, well, I said that, but I do
Yeah.
want to see The Rock. But that's what it's for. It's for The Rock, right? That's what we're talking about.
Rock's gonna be on night 2 as
And
well.
when are you gonna see
True.
him? You know?
I'm never going to see him again. Probably in the
Yeah.
movies.
Not any good ones.
Good enough.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for me, guys. We'll talk about this next week.
Oh man. Well, I was really looking forward to Mike's messages from the mouth. But whatever that, whatever that is.
That's
But you
very
know what?
specific.
What it was probably some food, soak the pickles, whatever.
In ranch dressing.
But
Well, he gets 2 segments for some reason.
yeah, he ain't even here. You know who is here? Adam. So Adam.
In my one segment.
That's all you want. Go ahead. Sorry.
My man, James.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
All right, so as we record, we had the big Sting's last match, and I think that after everything that's happened, I believe that he deserves his own kind of deal. So Revolution was amazing. But I'm just curious, do y'all think it ended right?
I don't think we sounded as bad as we could have on our last week's episode. I just want to say that.
Oh no, we were spot on.
Yeah.
And also in the tournament.
We just didn't have the Suns. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I thought it ended well. I wish that the pay-per-view
Awesome.
would have shown everything after because it didn't.
Yeah.
They had to end on time, but I thought I wanted him to go over. I thought it was the right thing because he's in his 60s.
Oh, did you? Did you want him to go over?
So there was something Bully Ray brought up on Busted Open today, and he said, "Well, do you think what Darby did? People who don't know or whatever, he went from a ladder through a pane of glass onto chairs.
It was insanity.
Do y'all feel like it took away from Sting's spotlight? Like it kind of overshadowed the reason why everybody was there?
I
Do you think
don't
it might have
because
been
I
too
feel like
much?
that's been their thing the whole time. They both do crazy shit. I don't think that. I think they stay true to their characters through this whole thing.
I think it is. Yeah.
Except that it was crazy.
Yeah. Like people do talk about that spot. Don't get me wrong, but they also it
That's
didn't overshadow
insane,
Sting.
man.
It didn't overshadow Sting's last match.
I just
Give
can't.
a photo credit to Matt M. For
Shout out.
this photo from Revolution.
Oh, he was there.
He was front. Yeah, shocking,
I know.
right?
Yeah,
Shocking,
wasn't he sideways when Darby went through there?
Yeah.
I like watching Matt's reaction when Darby jumps and he's like, "Oh!" Yeah.
But you see, like how far even the glass shards just flew over, clear even to the other side of the ring,
Because he almost
which I find
missed.
absolutely amazing. Yeah, just absolutely crazy.
There was a caller that called in and made a good point. He said he was in a car wreck and he had shattered glass. He said that he was picking glass pieces out of his skin for 10, 15 years. Like just randomly, like it was just like a scab or something, a scab over. And
Yeah.
like he was still picking little pieces of glass out of his body, out of his skin. 10 or 15 years later.
They should have let Jack Perry do that spot.
So
I think they tried that and something happened.
I don't know if his reactions, Matt's reaction was worse for that spot or for Bryce Remsburg's refereeing.
Ooh.
Well, that's, remember Matt M on the show? His least favorite person is Bryce. So and Bryce is making it all about him during this match, right? And I'm like, Matt, what do you think of this? He goes, I just remembered how much I hate him. He's texting me right in the front row, this guy. Like, I'm watching him text me.
Right? He just looks down like, oh, I'm about to get something.
That's funny. I was watching Terry do the same thing when I went to Dynamite last week. I could watch him look down, and then by the time he looked up, ding, my phone would go off. So I could watch him in the front row messaging me.
Dude, shout out to Terry and that story about like, he went to go to the concessions, we'll say. And then he came back and everybody had the Sting mask but him. So he's just like standing there.
And see, the other funny thing is too, the whole Sky Blue spot. He saw Cabana Man sitting there, then he got up, went to the bathroom or whatever, and missed the whole spot.
Man.
He missed the whole
Terry.
Sky Blue spot.
Yeah, that Terry.
That's a Brad Stanton move
the
all day.
mask and missed the Sky Blue spot.
So I like the way it ended though. Overall, I like the match too. I
think it was the right opponents.
Yeah, because he wanted them.
Yeah,
and I thought, I know. Listen, I get Eric Bischoff's opinion on them. I just don't agree at all. I thought they played it off pretty good.
Dude, they false finished and they did. That was a great match. I loved it.
And I thought they were good heels, and they're still good heels as of last night. They
did you see their fucking faces? The little whatever.
I thought they were good opponents.
The goatee, yeah.
What do you think, Devin? Did you like it?
Yeah, I think that Matthew and Nicholas Jackson are deceitful, deceiving. Like I think they're really great heels. And now that they played a great role as EVPs, they were kind of the perfect fit to go up against Darby and Sting. They're the perfect people that can sell everywhere for Sting. He can put them through everything, and he did.
Yes, I don't think there could have been two other people who could have been better. I mean, I'm thinking of the whole roster. I don't think there's two other guys that could have done as good. And the whole fact that he brought his kids out too, his sons as the vintage Stings,
that was cool.
Was amazing.
That was way cool.
Really cool, yeah.
It was cool. I mean, very cool. And like them coming out like the Stings, and then Mariah May coming out like the old Tony Storm.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
And Sammy Guevara suspended. Like, it's been a good week of wrestling.
What a great day, Devin.
We'll get to that later.
Sammy Guevara's out. Fuck yeah.
Bad,
Adam. Go ahead.
No, you're good. It's an amazing pay-per-view, man. Swerve, Samoa Joe, Hangman Page, good match. Thomas Tony Storm, Deonna Purrazzo. I feel like that match should have been better.
Well, because it was the shortest match on the show, and it was the only women's match on the main show. And I've said this to you guys in the group chat. It's not right.
It's ridiculous.
I know that they don't have the WWE women's division, but they got a good women's division. There should be at least 2-3 matches on that.
There should be a couple at least, yeah.
Just my
opinion.
If
they came to the TBS Championship, they need to do like a number one contender for the championship.
Something.
Our TBS champion was on the pre-show.
Pre-show. I don't count that, Devin.
And they have a lot of talent that could do that type of stuff. It's not like you're just throwing. It's not like you're throwing shit at the fans.
Where's Selena Deep, man?
That's what I'm saying. Like, they have the women's talent to have matches like that. Hell, put Statlander in there, put somebody in there. Like, it's not like you're just like throwing shit at the fan.
They're giving Serena Deep these garbage matches, and she's supposed to be one of the best ones in in the women's division.
Yeah, I like Serena Deep.
I just feel like that match could have been better. Should have been better. Roger Strong being Orange Cassidy was a good match.
Boy, there was no doubt in my mind about that one though. I knew he was going to win.
Just like Eddie Kingston and Bryan Danielson, I knew who was going to win that one.
I love the way he freaking Danielson was such a dick at the end with the shaking of the hands.
And then
come on. All right, come on. All right, never mind. Come on.
What do you think about him coming out after the Will Ospreay's match last night?
My DVR cut off at 5 minutes after, and I did not see it.
Dude, it went on for like 15 minutes after.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
Danielson
bullshit.
walked out
Tell me.
and stared at Will Ospreay after their match, which was a damn good match.
Was an excellent match. He's made
Mhm.
two people. All right, so I know these guys are already great wrestlers, but he has made in the AEW eyes two wrestlers in about a week.
Yeah,
Number one,
that was
they
a good
should have
ass
went
match.
to a draw because it seemed like they kind of like, hey, here's the finish. You gotta finish. Like gotta finish. Number two, the tape machine should have been rolling when, like the stare down, like which it did happen, I guess. But if it would have been a draw, like mano y mano, and then the extra add on, and then you go off there.
And I didn't
They
realize Kyle
rushed they
Fletcher
rushed
was
the
taller
finish.
than Will Ospreay.
He's incredible.
I
And
knew
so-
he was tall, but I know he's bigger than Will Ospreay.
Oh,
I thought he was dead on the outside of the ropes there for a second, and then he just comes back and starts like jumping off the ropes.
That was probably his best match. Fletcher's. That was probably his best match he's had
it
in
just
AEW.
shows his talent.
Yeah, because I
like
thought
it
he was
shows-
like concussed, and I was like, "Holy shit, this dude's fucked up." And then like he just jumps on the ropes and like does a like springboard, whatever the fuck, and they keep going.
Do you like that? How he's able to do that
yeah, I
without
do.
selling?
I know, I like it. I know that there's critics for that, but I like it. What about you?
Well, I was watching the pay-per-view match, Takeshita versus Osprey, and I'm watching that pay-per-view with my little brother, and he's kind of casual fan, watches every once in a while, and it's Sting's last match, so he's watching the pay-per-view with us, and we're watching this match, and I'm loving it. I'm right into it, and he's like, right in the middle of it, he's like, "Man, this is terrible. Neither of them are selling at all."
I can understand that.
He's
But
like, they just got dropped on the outside of the ring, and then they got up and sprinted for 30 more seconds.
I get
He's
it.
like, that's not
I
realistic.
just enjoy the athleticism.
Which kind of killed the rest of that match for me, and then it killed Kyle Fletcher versus Osprey. And I'm hoping that I can I don't know, switch that back. But I never even really
Just
realized.
take an
that.
edible next time.
Well, that's
That always helps.
And
Everything's
shit.
good with an edible.
And I see your point, Devin.
Supposedly,
I
allegedly.
definitely see your point, man. And I mean, I appreciate the athleticism because that's some stuff I know I can't do.
Right.
So
it's like it's momentum based instead of.
Swerve did it a little bit too. Last night. But he did that same move, didn't he? That jumping back up, the no sell. I don't know.
Well, if you want to
There's a
talk
few
about
of them
like,
that
Sting
does
did
that.
it too. There's always been spots of it. People no selling and.
if you want to
powering
talk about
and stuff.
momentum and all that stuff, like Statlander versus Rio, because Rio, there's a big like difference in both of them. So like instead of you can't like overcorrect yourself or do nothing because Rio's so tiny. Like it
And
kind
how
of
she
it
beat
kind of gives
Statlander blew
the
my mind.
good stuff. I think
Excellent
Statlander's
match,
gonna go
though.
heel, not for it, but whatever.
Really, it looked like that. Good match. Yeah, look, Tony Khan's behind Rio.
Yeah.
Sorry, Adam. What else you got,
No,
buddy?
you're good. FTR, John Moxley, Claudio was a good match.
Yeah, whatever.
It just
Whatever,
wasn't what
Amy.
I was expecting.
Send your hate tweets to Yes Man Brad. Amy,
great.
that is Yes Man Brad.
No, I like Moxley and Claudia.
All Star 8 Man. I hope they do something with Wardlow. I mean,
Well, they're pushing that whole faction along. So
Well, you notice when Adam Cole said Warlow wins the belt and brings it back, and he pointed directly at himself.
Well, last night we'll have known what happened when Samoa Joe took on Wardlow for the AEW World Championship.
That's true.
last night it
that
is.
has the potential to be a good match if it's done right. I feel like it's kind of rushed though, because I feel like we just pushed Swerve to the side all of a sudden, and he's already having to defend it again.
But that's the Boss Town thing, right? Isn't
But
it?
yeah, I feel like that's the reason why, because it's big business.
It's Boss Time.
Yep.
Well, I'd love it if it wasn't true.
Oh, just the heavy troll.
I bet I doubt it.
It's
I think
gotta be
it's
true, man.
like you
She
said,
gotta
like
be
the CM Punk thing, like we said that a couple weeks ago. It's gonna be the worst kept secret in wrestling. And then
Boss Town and all that stuff.
It's
Yeah.
boss time in Boston.
I get it. Yes.
It's John Cena.
Hell out of here.
So it was a good pay per view. I wish, like Brad said, I wish there was more women's matches in it because they deserve a little bit more than one match. And I didn't count the matches. What 10, 12 different matches? But shout out to Sting for almost 40 years of wrestling. That's amazing. So I think it was one of their overall. I think it was one of the best pay per views they've done.
I loved it. I sat for 5.5 hours and watched, everything from the pre-show on. So
I think it was definitely worth it.
wife was away for the weekend, and she came home, and I turned it on.
You turned the pay per view on or her on?
I definitely did not turn her on.
Yeah.
But no, damn good pay per view, man. AEW's making doing some things. They just got Okada, and him being heel surprised me.
Yeah, I liked it.
True.
Yeah, because he needs a mouthpiece.
Now he's got two.
He's got. I hope they make him an honorary EVP or something. Like
Well, they
give
made
him
him part of
Hangman
the
Page's
elite.
position.
So they said he's part of the elite. I mean, that's something.
Yeah, they fired Kitty on TV, I guess.
Yeah, that's believable.
They fired him from the elite.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, God forbid they know that he's sick or something. No, we don't want that to happen. But no, I think AEW is starting to kind of go up a little bit. So I don't want to get my expectations too high, but I think Sasha Banks will help. I think Okada will help. I'm ready for MJF to come back. I miss my MJF.
And Britt Baker.
God, yes, I miss Britt Baker.
He's the fifth pillar.
And I'm ready for Swerve to get a title.
When I drive.
So whose house? Swerve.
Swerve's house.
And Prince Nana, best performance of the night. Like always. We got to do like a dance thing and put it on TikTok. Who can do the best Prince Nana dance?
Brian.
I cannot.
Brian will win.
Are you in, Brian? You want to do it?
Yeah, I'm in.
Dynamite
I'm in.
drop in, Bryant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm down if y'all are, man. Let's get it.
All right. That was meant back to you, James.
Yeah, back to you, bud.
All right. Well, hey, speaking of the ladies and all that stuff, because we are a show that likes to spotlight all the accomplishments. Caitlin Clark, is that her name? I think so. Iowa, made all the scoring records. Shout out to Pistol Pete also, and that Woodyard lady. But yeah, Clark setting the town on fire, as they say. And the thing that attracts eyeballs to women's basketball, not a bad thing. So shout out to her. And I guess we'll keep it going with today's agenda. So I am under the impression that Brad has today's agenda.
So today's agenda, we are concluding. That's right, Mike. We are concluding the Gimmick Match Watch Along series today with a final Watch Along Gimmick Series match. Not the final Watch Along match. What's that?
This is a gimmick match?
Yes, it is.
Huh.
We didn't even get a dumpster match.
And also,
the dumpster fire, close enough.
James had mentioned last week that we want to spotlight some of the dark side of the rings. And if you look at the 4 participants in this match that is coming up, they are all have been in episodes or upcoming episodes of the dark side of the ring. So that is today's agenda.
Well, dun, 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 dun. I guess I'm married to this intro, so we might as well get on to this, huh? It is, well, here's the thing. The match that we are covering today is Ultimate Warrior versus Randy Savage. It is a retirement match from WrestleMania 7. It took place at the LA Memorial Coliseum. I think it got moved, but that's a different topic. But yeah, the LA Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles, California. Look at that. Look at that beaut. Weren't they gonna do the Coliseum?
You are correct, yes.
Dynamite stuff. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate
You really need to clean that roof. I mean, I think they need to get some people on there, some whitener. How about those Mr. Clean things that you can just use to wipe down and make
the erasers,
yeah, the sponge deals.
You get about 20,000 erasers there, man. You might get something done in a few days. I don't know if you get about 25,000 people helping you.
That needs a good pressure washing, definitely.
Hey, that's a good PlayStation game too. Shout out.
If the dirt is offending you guys, I could always go for the black and white one here.
Look at how clean that is.
Right? Somebody took their time.
That's a beautiful picture.
What a beautiful oval.
And they have a great foliage in the front part before their parking lot, because nothing gets Bryant going better than half foliage in parking lots.
Look at how close they are to the football stadium.
Nick Foliage was a good wrestler.
Some would say the best. Which face of him? I don't know. I would pick Tree. Boy, howdy. We're hitting on him now. But yeah. So it took place at the LA Memorial Coliseum. It had an attendance of 16,158. It had a buy rate of quote, quote, 400,000. And Meltzer, once again, 4.25.
Hell yeah, what? Adam, go kiss my ass.
What?
Because it's good, you piece of
how?
Dick.
I don't know how he does any fucking rankings. I think it's just like a sign of
the times. It's a good match, and it's a great story.
I wouldn't say it's a good match. Great story.
This is it. It is a good match. I'm not saying one man didn't carry the other, but it's a good match. Adam, you know what? Whatever.
Oh, wait. We are doing this watch-along style, aren't we?
Yeah, I better.
Damn it!
So, for all of you on the Peacock, get your cock out, and we're going to go to WrestleMania.
I have it in the notes here. What time? But I didn't.
It'll be
1 hour, 19 minutes, and 29 seconds.
That's it.
It could be 1:19:30. Had to be 1:19:29.
I'm on 1:19:30 as well.
I'm on 31 already.
So it is. It is WrestleMania season
7, episode 1.
And what time code are we doing?
1:19:30, because we're rebels.
1:19:30.
Forget what the timeline says.
Oh, so if you have your Peacock out, we are going to 1:19:30, and I guess if everyone's there and you are there and we are there,
we have to do a build.
How that is true, Brad? Because how did we get here?
And it is Bryant.
Yes, how did we get here? Back at the main event number 5, the Ultimate Warrior would defend the WWF Championship against the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
Premier Zone.
Prior to the event, the $1 Million Man said he had the ultimate insurance policy. As the match started to turn, out of nowhere, the Macho King and Queen Sherry come out and start attacking the Ultimate Warrior. It is later revealed that the Macho Man was, in fact, the insurance policy and took the $1 million money. Go to the Royal Rumble, where it is announced that Sergeant Slaughter would be receiving the next title shot. In a pre-match promo, Queen Sherry goes out to implore the Ultimate Warrior to grant the next title shot to the Macho King. And then after Warrior does this creepy head shake and screams no for some reason, we head to our main event, where it's essentially just a wild brawl with Sergeant Slaughter, leading to the Macho King breaking his scepter over the Ultimate Warrior's head, costing him the WWE Championship. In the following weeks, the Ultimate Warrior would cut promos saying that only one of us, could stay in the WWF. It was not big enough for the two of us, and that the ultimate match had to happen. And that is how we got to this match.
All right, James, give us a countdown, bud.
And isn't this something? You know what else is something? I guess we're at season 7, episode 1, and we're at 1 hour, 1930.
Yeah. Good
Hell
job.
yeah, we are. So
We got to recognize that this started the streak for The Undertaker. WrestleMania 7 is when the streak actually started. He beat Jimmy Snuka at WrestleMania 7, and that's what started his illustrious streak until he got screwed.
Thank God.
well, turn up on that one. So dun, 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 dun. Oh, I'm not gonna play music, but shout out Devin. And here we go in 3, 2, 1 hour, 1930. In 3, 2, 1, play.
Dun, 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 dun,
James, who are the announcers?
Man, I'm glad you asked, because boy howdy, I didn't take notes on that. But it is I would assume Bobby the Brain Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon.
Correct.
Thanks.
So here we have it. The brain's pissed about something already with his green microphone.
I was about to say green microphone. It wasn't black, it wasn't blue, red. Yeah.
Elizabeth in the crowd. Beautiful.
Why are they showing her so much? I bet something's gonna
She's
happen.
just a spectator. Just a spectator. Nothing's gonna come out of that. Nothing.
Yeah.
She's just a big wrestling fan, wanted to buy a ticket.
All right, so
Sit
I have to
front
ask
row.
right off the bat. Now we have the Macho Man's entrance.
So what do you think she was worried about? Was she worried about what was going on in the ring, or was she worried about sitting beside them crazy ass fans, worried she might get jacked?
Both.
Because
Yeah,
those fans look crazy as hell.
Just sitting there. All right, so we have Macho King and Sensational Sherry
Yeah.
being brought
That's
out to the ring.
Queen Sherry.
Queen Sherry.
Oh yeah.
Does anybody know why this is the commencement music is the Macho Man's music? Does anybody really know why?
Is he the greatest?
Man, somebody's gonna know that, and they're gonna make us look like fools.
Well, we have the smartest man alive backstage. Do you have anything on that, Bryant? Why this is his music?
I was waiting to see that microphone unmute.
No, actually, the main reason it was they were just picking out music, and that was just the one they provided him at his first show, and then he just stuck with it. They never changed it from there.
Random.
Mhm.
Like that, it's just commencement music.
Dude, and face and heel. And like all throughout his career, used the same thing. Face, heel, didn't matter.
And here's the thing, I love it.
Dun,
I love
dun,
it.
dun, dun.
He never really, and he never changed his theme until the '99 version in WCW when he came back. That was the only time he ever really changed it.
Yeah, I guess technically WWE doesn't own this music. You know, it's like,
right.
What a great presentation. Who's that referee,
Pomp
Adam?
and circumstance trademark.
Oh, that's actually David Hebner.
Well, what do you know, huh?
I will, but you were quick with that answer.
Wow. You know what? I know she's supposed to be scary looking here, Queen Sherry. But
She's
no,
sensational right here.
I'm not saying that because I think she's hot either way, and she does a lot during this match. Let me tell you.
Spoiler.
Everybody does a lot except Ultimate Warrior.
Will you stop it?
Blowed up. He blowed up the minute he gets to the ring, too.
Yes.
That's why he
Speaking of
just stands
Warrior.
in the middle.
He walks,
Spoiler.
dude. Here's the thing, though. He walks to the ring and he's blowed up.
But that's what's great about this. He walks to the ring, and they
And he's
mentioned
blowed
that.
up.
But you know how the Macho Man was back then, how he writes everything down.
That's
I
what's so
bet they
interesting
spent
about these
2 hours in the back. This is what you're going to do. You do this right here. You got to slow down right here, walk to the ring. Don't do stupid shit. Listen to me, or I'll kick you in the balls.
You
Listen,
think Warrior's like, fuck, I can't run to the ring because Macho Man's going to fucking, where
Kick
we
me in the
at?
dick.
Say what you want about Ultimate Warrior. It looks the part.
He looks amazing
Which one?
until the bell rang.
This is not a bad match. Ultimate Warrior does what he needs to do. It's a Goldberg-esque presentation.
True.
At least Goldberg looks believable.
That's what they should have done with him.
Devin, as someone that wasn't born when the Ultimate Warrior was obviously in his prime or even after his prime, what are you thinking when you watch this stuff back?
Garbage.
So honestly, it's not as great when we're watching it like without the sound. Like they haven't really started any action or anything yet, but it's just you can't hear the crowd getting into it. And that's the whole thing with Warrior, I think, was just the crowd's reaction to him. As soon as his music hit, everyone in the stands was going insane. Every power move, they go insane.
You watched this
Yeah,
beforehand, though, didn't you?
yeah,
Yeah. So do it in your mind.
yeah. But I know I've watched multiple Ultimate Warrior matches, but I love the Ultimate Warrior's presence and stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like when the crowd goes insane for him, that's when I really have enjoyed him.
Do you
But
guys
the
think?
ring.
Do you guys think the music played the bigger part in Warrior's presentation? Do you think if he had a different theme, it'd be a completely different vibe for him?
I agree 1000%. His music and his entrance was 90%
Yeah.
of Ultimate Warrior's gimmick.
If he would have had a different theme, would he have still sprinted ass to the ring? You know, like I think the theme and him sprinting and squashing, I think that was the way to go. Make him champion? No, but
It's like, hey, what? Hey, it's like when he got there, Vince McMahon's like, what can you do? I can run. All right, we'll do
yeah,
that.
right.
I can shake the ropes. All right,
I can do
what
jack
else?
shit.
I can bitch
So,
about money. No,
like I
rule that
said,
off.
obviously as a kid, I didn't know any of that behind the scenes stuff. I just knew this guy looked awesome. I mean, this is a nice
Yeah.
close up
Oh,
of his
I
ass,
loved
but
him back in the day. Yeah, I did.
that's what I mean. But that's what it's for.
Until until
All right, so this is a retirement match. I know we've already mentioned it, but it's a retirement match, and I think that gives away the ending of at least what the competition is going to be.
You don't know that.
But I'm saying that now. And how old was Macho Man here? Anybody know without looking at Google? I do.
41.
38.
38.
Really?
38?
38 is when Arn Anderson also retired, but it was a major injury. Obviously, Macho Man is not hurt here.
He is after this match because he carried his ass the whole match.
I'm almost sorry I picked this for this reason. Is that
I
a
was
Pizza
watching
Hut
this
hat you
with
have
Brandon
on?
yesterday, and he was like, "This is a retirement match," and I was like, "Yeah," and he goes, "Didn't Macho Man go on to wrestle like 10 years after this?" I'm like, "Yeah, pretty much."
And then
Yeah.
the announcers really didn't play to the career versus career during commentating during the match. did they?
Dude, that
Some of
bullshit
them
on
didn't say that
Dynamite.
much.
They said Atlanta 85 fucking million times. Like, in comparison, last night on Dynamite, when they were in Duluth, mind you, they said Atlanta 100 fucking times. But on this match and on this like stage, they didn't really acknowledge nothing.
I think
But is that because it got moved to that smaller venue, because all the shenanigans?
right. So they're it's a pretty intense start here. The crowd is really into it. I think that Ultimate
They're
Warrior
all
did some
sitting down.
pretty good. They're loud, man. They're loud, and it's that young crowd that the kids that you hear.
Oh, what's his name? Did you see him?
Him.
the one the document was
Super
on.
fan, yeah.
So
Oh,
I can't
Vlad.
remember his
Yeah,
Vlad.
yeah, Vladimir.
Ultimate Warrior having Macho Man in the air, throwing him down. I think this stuff looks pretty good, man. I know you hate it, Adam, but I don't think it looks bad.
Watch his punches.
Atomic drop. Sherry, just I can't express how much I think she does for this match.
That's
And now,
another thing. Like, shout
another
out to
atomic
Scarlett
drop.
because Scarlett, obviously very good looking, very talented, but she is loud as fuck on the outside of the ring. Like getting carrying like heel or boo or whatever shit she needs to do.
And there's her first bump.
But Sherry's the
I
same.
think you're ahead of me.
Why does this keep happening?
Because you
Don't we
hit
almost
play
I
go
gave
to-
a countdown. I gave the longest
I started at
extended
1:30.
countdown in our fucking show's history.
127.39.
I can't check it like that. I have it on my TV.
Yeah. Congratulations.
I don't have 17 devices.
Yeah.
All right, so what are you seeing right now,
my
Adam?
laptop.
What are you seeing right now, Adam?
Professional podcast.
Oh, he's tied up in the ropes.
Yeah, right. What the fuck? We're on the. Oh.
Do you like how Dave Hebner separates the ropes? Like immediately, as soon as he got tied up, he separated them. I mean, that's probably the job as the
So
ref. But
what is it that you're seeing here that is such a problem?
Macho Man is carrying him the whole match. All he's doing is punching, and his punches are shit.
Isn't that what the better wrestler does?
He should have to carry the whole match.
So now we got Macho Man on the top rope. Is he there for you?
No, he's on his knee. Now he's going out. Now he's climbing up.
oh
Not just what Macho Man done here. He did such a damn good job to make sure that the Ultimate Warrior didn't get blown up. He knew where to be, when he needed to be there. I
He
give
did a
all the
great
credit
job
to Randy
getting caught.
Savage.
There are great workers and there are great showmen. Macho Man's a little bit of both. Ultimate Warrior is a showman.
That
This match is money. I'm sorry, this match is money.
Big ass slap.
Who would you compare Macho Man Randy Savage to today?
Jesus.
I can't compare him to anybody.
You
Honestly,
really
God, I
can't.
can't.
Jesus.
I think he is so
In my opinion,
Kevin.
I feel like he's really similar to Seth Rollins.
Okay, and I think that's what Seth's going for.
Like the flashy colors, the being
looking
arrogant,
like a
and
jackass.
being
Man,
loud.
hey, Macho Man looked pimping.
Like a jackass, like you just said.
Macho Man looked pimping. Seth looks like a fucking, something. He looks
All
like
right,
something.
so I see what you're saying, Adam, about the big swings.
And he hits him in the shoulder.
Well, that hurts too, man. I don't want to be punched anywhere.
He totally missed. Oh, God.
You see how big his muscles are? If you got hit by any part of it, man.
Yeah. Don't hit me there.
I feel like Randy Savage did such a damn good job controlling the pace of this for Ultimate Warrior.
Adam, do you hate all Ultimate Warrior matches?
No, because I enjoyed the one with him and Hogan, but Hogan did such a good job kind of regulating the
Right.
match.
So the answer is he doesn't enjoy any of them, Brian. He really
I
enjoys
understand
the
why
way
he was so big. I understand why.
the opponents carried him, and he really appreciates that. That's what Adam's saying.
I mean, I'm sure people liked working with him because of money, right?
Maybe everybody said he was a dick and like kept hitting him.
Well, I know.
Yeah, how many people said they enjoyed being in the ring with him?
I didn't say that. I said, but if he's money, that's what they're there for. I'm sure Kevin Nash didn't mind.
You can
That's
ask
what Jake the
Ravishing.
Snake
You
was
can ask
looking for.
Ravishing Rick Rude that too.
I wish I could.
Boom.
Wow,
Like-
right?
Jake the Snake was ready
Oh,
to
there we
have
go.
that.
Sherry. That's a great
Oh
spot
yeah.
right there. And that is not the only one. Open my eyes.
My goodness. Hey, great heel presence on the outside of the ring. Shout out to Sherry.
Yeah, definitely. She loves to bump, doesn't she? They meant that in a wrestling way. Jeez.
Yeah. She
So-
get down and dirty.
So then she actually kicks him in the head, and she starts raking his eyes. The Warrior, that is, pronouns, pal. And then Warrior pushing her down was a little
Boom.
risky for the time.
He
It was
pushed the shit out of her too.
one thing for her to bump. It's another thing for him to just push her. I think there's something like
I think she sold that 100%. Obviously, he
He 10
pushed her.
foot.
It
But I
just
think
goes
she
to show how
sold
much
that
she wanted
good.
to be how much she wanted to be a wrestler and not just
Yeah.
a valet. It just goes to show she was willing to do anything. She's the hero of this match.
And she's one of the ones that, like, when she's like accompanying
She's kicking
talent
them.
to the ring, like as a valet, you respect her as like a legitimate wrestler. It's not like a piece of eye candy going to the ring. You were like, hey, Sherry gonna fuck you up. If you turn your back or whatever, Sherry's gonna fuck you up. Like, it's not like a regular valet. It's Sherry Martel,
Adam, by the way, you don't think Dave Hebner saw her kicking Warrior?
I'm wondering how lenient he is.
Didn't we cover one of Sherry's matches early
Yes.
on in our women's series?
We
I
actually
thought we
covered
did.
one of her matches, and we covered her with Shawn Michaels.
That's true.
Yeah, that was kind of recent.
Oh, it's all recent. We've only been doing this
Ish.
for 2
Yeah.
years.
Bryant knows.
The Shawn Michaels match for sure. Oh man, I love Macho Man just slipping out of the ring, playing that heel. But man, this match changes after a while, doesn't it? Or after the match. And
But
now
it's
she's
not
back
over
up
yet,
there.
Brad.
She sometimes she's bumping and she's not even getting hit. She just falls out of that
That's
ring.
what I'm saying, man. Sherry,
You're right.
like, she's a wrestler's valet or a valet wrestler, whatever you want to say. Sherry is the shit.
Adam, is he
She's
blowing up
shit.
here with this running on the ropes? Are you seeing that part where he's running on the ropes?
He will be in a second if you watch his chest. He's
I
blown
see
up
it.
bad.
I do see it.
And then,
And then
he
he
misses.
misses. After all that, he
does
misses.
all that. Like,
What the hell were you doing? I'm just waiting for the guy to move.
for real.
Slow
I'm
count
gonna
too
give
by
you
Hebner.
4 rope runs to move out of the way.
What do you think of the makeup on the face though, slowly coming off? Like that Sting is known for that too. By the end of the match, it's like, oh, you're just some dude, huh?
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
Yeah. Man, Dave Hebner's bigger than Earl, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Or was. Sorry. I know we lost him in the last year or so. Freaking Sherry up there again, bent over.
Yelling and slapping.
What is she even mad about? What is she doing? She's just slapping the ring.
Yeah.
And then he pushes her out.
What do you think McMahon said to her? Just be as involved as you possibly can, please.
I don't know if he gave. What if she just did that on her own?
I'm sure Randy had to say
McMahon
something.
gave him anything like, you know.
I hear you, James, but I think Randy probably is so, the way he is.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He probably told her what to do and
he
what
probably
to...
had it down to the second, like, you know, at 9:32 and 45 seconds, you're gonna jump on the ring and fucking, you know, start slapping the mat.
Freaking Warrior.
Shout out that power up on nobody's cheering.
These shoulder tackles are.
So you are seeing shoulder tackles. So why are you saying you're?
I fast forwarded.
Well, look at you. Well,
shout out to a watch along. Thank y'all for joining us.
Devin, where you?
She's in the ring trying to drag him out to wake him up. I mean,
yeah, all right, we're there. We're finally there, folks. We're finally there.
Right?
We're all in sync.
How about after Warrior clothesline Macho Man, he stood up, took a few steps, and then fell back down.
Yeah.
like, oh, I should probably sell here.
What is Sherry doing? Trying to wake him up? He's not asleep.
Dude, I showed some people this yesterday, and well,
here we go. Small package. Shout out.
Ah,
the ring again.
Look at Vlad.
1, 2.
Slow count from Hebner.
Vlad's pissed.
Vlad pointed out for Hebner. He was like, get over there.
Funny when the whole crowd counts to like 10 in those situations. Like, I wouldn't kick out either if nobody was counting.
That referee bump, A+.
That was a good bump. Now what? Oh, here we go. Oh man, what's Sherry up to? Oh, look at her taking her heels off. God, I love her.
She's the best.
I can't wait for her dark side to come out this year. I really can't.
Here she goes. She hit Randy Savage. My God, she hit Macho Man. What are they gonna do now?
Hebner's already waking up. Wow.
Yeah, I know. That's a quick wake up, Adam.
Yeah, that was really quick.
She's looking at both competitors. Oh my goodness!
She's such a great chicken shit heel. I love it. Run, then hit you. Hit you from behind, then run. What are you gonna do, Warrior? We can see your face now. Okay, not so scary.
Hell yeah, you tell him.
I'll tell him. What a story, though, with him being inducted to the Hall of Fame, finally making up with the WWE, and then dying.
Dude, that speech is epic, and then he dies like a day later.
It's almost like he got the burden off his back and died.
That speech is something else, man. It really is.
And now they give out the award in his honor.
Yeah.
True.
Look,
and then they fire his ex-wife.
Listen, I'm glad though that he got to do that before he died. I really am. I know that what they say about him as a person, but some good came out of there.
Yeah.
And then he made up with Jake the Snake. Jake wanted to kill him that night. If you ever listen to Jake talk, he wanted to kill him because
they made up with Hogan. You know,
they were supposed to work together, and he did. They ended up not doing it. Took Jake out of the main event spot like that. He was mad.
Do y'all think that wrestlers, like, one thing happens and they just hold that grudge for forever?
Jake does.
It is kind of like it's kind of, you know, pointless. I'm not gonna say pointless, but it's kind of a thing like something happens and they just hate so and so forever. You know, like there's no reconciliation or anything like until someone passes.
Okay, so pretty soon we're coming up with a spot that I'm going to complain about a little bit.
Can't wait.
Stay tuned. Here it is. Okay.
Come on, these 18 elbow drops.
This is the most disrespect to a finisher I've ever seen.
What?
You don't think so?
I don't give a shit.
Barely selling the elbow drop.
It looks fun, and I'm excited. But you see what happens after they're done. This is a finisher.
I would say the way, well,
He's
the
not even
way-
telling them. He's just
Yeah.
laying there.
There's one. Boom. There's two.
the way that Warrior looks for the false finish is I think, very disrespectful.
So he's laying
Yeah,
out like
breathing
I did
hard.
for Amy. Yeah, obviously I was laying for Amy right there. I sold it. It hurt though.
A third
You're
one.
about to get kendo sticked in the bake.
Yeah.
Bake.
Bring it. By the way, she pissed off another wrestler recently, so
Four.
Fourth elbow drop.
yes. And what happens
Seems like
after
we're
these
watching-
elbow drops?
Hadn't
His
sold
finisher.
one yet.
It's not
Looks like
about
we're
selling
watching
it.
like
He's dead
kids
to the
play each
world,
other
Adam.
in
The
2K.
point is what happens after.
The shittiest kick out of all time.
All I know is how
Please.
exhausted you have to be after doing that.
He's sitting there breathing hard as hell.
Yeah, Macho has to be exhausted. But
So
look
it's his
at Warrior.
finisher.
His eyes are wide open and everything. Ugh.
He used his finisher on him 5 times and he kicked out. Yeah, okay.
That's like that's DDT super kick type stuff.
That's going to be Roman this year after Cody hits him with 5 crossroads.
Easy.
Could be. I still think it's going to be Damian cashing in and getting the heel heat.
I think he'll cash in with Drew McIntyre.
Nope.
I think The Rock is gonna turn on Roman. The Rock and Cody kind of get beat up, and then
I think the Rock.
He's hulking up or Ultimate Warrior up.
I think the Rock turns on Roman Monday night,
Yeah, you're probably right.
and then Roman goes away for a while, and he becomes the biggest babyface before he leaves. Because
that's
the
a stretch.
disrespect the Rock gives him, like push him in his face. You're not no tribal chief. You're not nothing. You never were nothing. You're always second to me.
But if The Rock punks him out, that's not going face. That's being a bitch.
Well, no, Roman attacks him, and then the Philadelphia crowd goes crazy. I don't know. What the fuck do I know?
Like a spear, and a punch. I think the Superman punch is the dumbest finish of all time.
Well, it ain't a finish.
Why wouldn't you start the
Warriors
Superman
pressing
punch?
Macho.
Yeah, that I don't like that move either. I don't like the press slam because I don't know what it does. You're just dropping someone.
Well,
Yeah.
imagine
Here we
getting
go,
dropped
right?
on your face from 10 feet in there.
And then the kick out by Macho.
Yeah.
A very weak kick out, but it was enough.
Yeah.
Very animated Dave Hebner.
I liked it because at least you disrespected Warrior a little bit.
Yeah,
After-
Hebner sold that 2 count, like Adam was saying,
What
way
is he
more than they did that 2 count.
Who's Warrior talking to there?
He's pointing to the sky and
He's
saying,
talking to his hands.
There's something to
Oh,
that, right? With the
man.
Warrior, he has his like writ thing, right? I never paid attention to that as a kid, but I know it now.
I
He's
just
saying
remember
somebody
one
gonna get these
Warrior
hands.
By the way, have we talked about trumping in the front row?
Nation. We have not.
He's there.
our
Bro.
president.
Huh?
Our president at one time.
Yeah, our next president.
Good job, Devin.
We're going to get these hands. It's like Booker T before Booker T was Booker T.
I didn't know who else was on the first row, so I didn't want to mention any names because
What's up, Sherry?
Who else is front row, James?
I have no idea, Devin.
Me either.
That's what I'm talking about.
Vladimir,
I know Vladimir is.
Vladimir and his buddy.
Miss Elizabeth.
Don't suicide me.
Dave Hebner is pissed.
As he should be.
Warrior's talking to his hands, and Dave Hebner's pissed about it.
He's probably waiting for him to talk back.
Right?
Not that you
Your
can-
hands aren't going to do anything. Pin
You
them in the
already
ring.
talked to the ceiling. Now you're talking to your hands.
I want my thumb back.
I'm not
I
gonna lie.
forgot to spread soap in between my fingers.
Since Conrad brought up that this was an Indian gimmick, now I just think he's trying to channel the spirits of the Indian culture. Now.
Dude, it
And I
has
just-
to be.
I can't get
ever
over it.
since
You're
Conrad
right.
brought that up, I'm like, dude, Ultimate Warrior is a native.
All right, so what do we got here? We got them over by the railing or the guardrail, and there's Sherry again. My goodness.
There's a
That's
veteran
definitely not
sitting
disqualification right here.
No disqualifications. Apparently, Dave's just looking
Ooh.
right at him. He's like, "Stop it! Stop it now!"
And the camera's there, so it's not like you can't see it when the
This is
camera's
a
just
scary
pointing
move
right
right
at
here,
it.
by the way. I think this is.
Hey, shout out to Magnum TA doing side stuff.
Look, somebody had to just reach through and touch Macho Man.
Oh, you got to do that. You got to get your shit
Y'all
in.
see him in the background? Homeboy looks like Magnum.
You know that 12-year-old kid's gonna be like, "I'm never washing this hand again." I just touched
I see the camera guy, James.
Hey, but at least Dave Hebner's counting. Would he count to 100? Because that's how long it's been.
7.
Gotta get some advice from Earl in there, huh?
Get some advice from Nick Patrick. Oh wait, that was a slow count.
We have a young Brian at home saying, "Dad, something's not right here. Why is Uncle Dave doing this?
Uncle Dave.
Let's do it, Dad. Let's do a ref and review." Man, they can't stay in the ring. He freaking knocks him out of the ring like 10 times. It's at least 3.
And nothing happens.
It's exhausting. All right, they pull him back in.
Why are you knocking him out of the ring and then immediately pull him right back in?
Oh, here we go again. From the heavens. This is gonna happen again, And here he goes. Out of the ring. The crowd is into it though. And they weren't piping in the noise back then.
Oh, from the voice heavens, one more time.
Oh, now he's gonna come after Elizabeth. No.
Is this match not over with yet?
Macho Man just got thrown back into the ring. Yeah.
Great watch along.
This match could have been at least 5 minutes shorter.
Another out of the ring moment.
This match could have been a theory. Like
an Austin theory.
Hey, we should do this.
A-Town down.
I wish somebody would put this match down.
This is
good one.
He beat him with a shoulder tackle.
I absolutely hate this disrespectful pin.
A shoulder tackle.
What was the point of this disrespectful pin?
It goes nowhere.
Did he just want to embarrass him in this moment? But wait.
A shoulder tackle.
And he's still down. He's still stepping on him.
And it goes nowhere.
But that's not the story of the match, is it?
Well, we don't know that at this moment.
So, thank God he puts his robe back on. That's all I got.
Thank God he gets the fuck out. And shout out to
that
Sherry.
robe. That robe made a
Sherry
huge
for literally being on the dipping out when he went out.
Hey, she did leave. It's over.
That's a sick vest robe thing that he's got. I do like that.
I don't know.
He's got his face painted on the back of it.
You would.
It's airbrushed for sure. That's definitely the 90s.
It's like orange, blue, and pink, and yellow.
A lot of colors.
Enthralling audio too.
Kind of looks like the middle of James's shirt. The Pink Floyd there.
Oh, I thought it said pink flooring.
Nailed it.
Oh, let's walk back over and put my foot back on him. I ain't disrespecting him enough yet.
Yeah.
Watch a man being a real sport about it. I'll say that. Look at the lights on your way out. But it's not really his way out, is it? Because he's an announcer for 2 years after this?
Yeah, and then he goes to WCW and wrestles for
Here comes Sherry. She is pissed off.
She threw his ass out the ring.
How dare you lose, Macho King?
And look at her, taking off her clothes. Thank God she did that.
Shout out.
Why?
Because of the flexibility, So now she's picking up Macho Man, yelling.
Bam!
I guess.
She kicked him harder than Ultimate Warrior did.
Oh, you don't do that to your partner, your tag team partner.
Dave Hebner, you tell her.
You can't stand for this.
Yeah, I'm still the referee.
Then she rear back at him.
Don't hit me.
Are you just gonna sit there and watch this happen? Watch Macho Man get
beat
here we
down?
go.
Oh, shit. Or security. Security.
We don't need security. We have Miss Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, do something.
Oh, such a great thing.
The best.
And then another great bump by Sherry.
Grabs the hair. Woo, over the rope.
So damn good.
She is. She. Oh, and he's fired up. I'll tell you. Shout out to Miss Elizabeth's outfit, huh? Holy '90s early.
Stars and stripes.
She's definitely a star in this one.
Boom. Deep in the heart of Texas.
Oh, he just saw who it was.
Oh.
Oh yeah. What are you
Oh.
doing, Elizabeth?
He's pointing at her. Like, what is that?
Yeah, like Brady and his girlfriend were like, "Aren't they married?" And I'm like, "No." Like at this time, no, they were not married.
They were already divorced now.
Oh yeah.
I don't know the timeline of that. I remember seeing some documentaries. I just couldn't remember.
I do not know the timeline either, Brad.
They
I mean, I did
are
watch The Dark
definitely
Knight,
divorced
but,
right now.
It was like one of the first ones. It was a few years back.
But it, dude, is. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about, but it is definitely the shit. Like,
This is a hell of a moment.
you want to talk real? You know?
This is a hell of a moment. This is
Hell, I'm about to cry just watching
I'm
it.
telling you.
It's
like
the shit. It is so well done. It
It is.
transcends time. It is so what we are watching it. What 40 years after it happened?
this is why we're watching this match.
It is
For
so
this
well
part.
done. So well done. It still hits. It still hits home.
Well, for everyone at home doesn't know what we're talking about, Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth were the first couple of the WWE, and they had broken up for a long time, and this was the moment of getting back together. They hugged.
Boom.
She never had an attitude. She never really talked much. She never wrestled. She was just something that everybody loved, even though Macho Man was a heel. And Macho Man walked into this match as the heel, and he's walking out of this match as a hero because of her.
A hero. Like
This is a turn. This is a major face turn.
tippity top of the list. You know what I'm
They
saying?
were
Like,
booing him 5 minutes ago.
is this probably the biggest, like, I'm not saying like reaction turn, but like character wise turn? Because
Yes.
that puts him all the way at the top of the list.
And the people crying, women crying. They are not plants. They are crying. And then Gorilla Monsoon. Let's talk about him selling this thing.
That's
a moment
real.
in history.
That's real, bro. They cried.
Chills. I get chills from this moment. And I'm looking at you two down there. Yeah, you, Devin. Yeah, you, Adam. Like, you don't give a shit. It's time to start giving a shit, guys.
It is one of the best moments in wrestling history.
Look
of
at
all
this
time.
redhead crying, Devin.
I think it's fantastic.
I don't know
truly
what you
do.
think because
I
you're not
like
giving
it.
me anything.
Look at that.
Yeah.
She's crying.
I didn't live it real time, so it's all just.
I lived
watching
it in
back.
real time, and
Man.
I don't know if I appreciate
It
it now.
was big,
Again,
bro.
because
It was real. Like, it was real, and it was like everybody was crying.
yeah, good stuff, man.
Cause then what does Macho Man do? She goes to leave and she grabs the ropes. No,
No, we're not doing that. Not this time.
Dude, I'm telling you, this is the best. There is nothing that is gonna top
Ultimate
this.
face turn.
And then, and then he lifts up the rope.
He's no longer the Macho King.
Dude,
He's no longer the Macho King.
they are never going to do anything
Yeah.
that well. That well, like that.
That is so good. That's almost as good as the Sean or the it's almost as good as Razor Ramon and Sean Waltman 1-2-3 Kid. That story.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like it's well done like that.
Like it hits on
Hits
all
you right in the
cylinders.
feels. Hits you in the
100%.
feels.
Like it hits.
And then he's in the ring and everybody loves him again. I just can't believe everybody loves him again. They were booing him on the way to the ring.
Yeah.
Ultimate Warrior was the baby face.
Well, it started with Sensational
Ultimate
Sherry
who?
turned
Hell,
on him.
Sherry may have been a babyface when she attacked him. You don't know that.
Yeah. Well, when she attacked him is what started his turn.
Man.
But what if the crowd started cheering her and booing him? You know, you can't do that spot. But boy,
2 minutes ago, there was a
people are crying, bro. We ain't seen this storyline where people are legit bawling in the stands.
They're crying because they're stuck with Ultimate Warrior, and he's
I'm gonna
leaving.
beat you. I'm gonna beat you down.
That's why they're crying, because he's got to leave. They're stuck with Warrior.
We got him for 4 more years.
Look at Pat Patterson.
Ah, man, that's what you call a WrestleMania moment.
This right here, definitely.
So that is it for the match.
Nailed it.
Guess what, guys? What time
What?
is it?
Is
Listener
it,
question time.
Question time.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Ultimate Warrior was really garbage.
Oh, my goodness. All right. So Matt M wants to know, does it bother you when legends wrestle again after being forced to retire, such as HBK, or does it not matter and nothing is sacred because it's wrestling?
HBK was forced on that not forced, but that Saudi thing or the Australia maybe. That was something else. But I don't mind the people coming back to wrestle again. But that Triple H and HBK thing against Undertaker and Kane seemed a little forced, and it definitely should have been.
It was a money grab.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
That
on
one truly
video.
pissed me off. The Shawn Michaels one, because Shawn Michaels was one of my favorite wrestlers growing up, and just watching him actually retire was so heartbreaking. And then when he
He's just
was
a
coming
heartbreak
back
kid.
just for the money,
Yeah, it was
and
definitely.
it was not a good match. I believe Meltzer rated -2 stars.
It was
Well, hey,
terrible. It was really
good thing we
terrible.
got that in. Negative.
It's it's
Well,
really not a good match.
I think this
return on.
match right here proves that he don't know what the hell he's talking about. Because he gave this in 4.25 or something like
I liked it.
Hard
And
Angle style.
Adam, it's not just about the match; it's about the
4.25.
complete story, though. And then Miss Elizabeth adds 2 stars to this
I
match.
give Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth and Sectional Sherry 4.5 stars, 4.25.
I would say,
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
the end
-2.
probably added 2
It's
stars.
storytelling, Adam. It's great storytelling from beginning to end.
I just wish it would
Whether or
have
not
been
you like
somebody
a few
else.
moves or not is not the problem here. This isn't professional football.
Put Rick Martel where Ultimate Warrior was, it'd have been just as good.
Oh, for gosh sakes. Anyway, I don't care if they're
It'd have
retired.
been better.
Honestly, it's all storytelling anyway. So,
Yeah.
I love the whole story.
I mean, what's that great quarterback from a couple years ago that retired and came back in the same month?
Tony
Brett
Romo.
Favre? Brett Favre?
I think he was a Patriot, and I think he was a Buccaneer.
Brad
Tom Brady.
Johnson.
I
Are you
call
talking about
it.
Fitz Magic?
What I'm getting at,
Mike Whitaker.
so it doesn't matter.
What's up?
Mike's
Mike.
here.
My blood pressure.
All right, so this question, welcome, Mike. I hope everything's okay.
Everything's good now.
Good. Brian, I'd like to
Are y'all
bring
still
you.
watching the match?
Yeah, it's over.
You got lucky.
No, he didn't. You got lucky.
Having to watch this crap again? How am I lucky?
Again.
Anyway, Brian, I'd like to bring you in on this next question because I have a feeling no one else is going to know how to answer it. This is from Randy Elkarai, which is he's just so much more knowledgeable about wrestling than his son.
That's a fair point. I know you were trying to make a dig, but that's actually a good.
It wasn't really a
observation.
dig because he knows more than me too. Had Dingo Warrior stayed under the tutelage of Gary Hart, would the Ultimate Warrior ever existed?
What?
Had Dingo
Wait,
Warrior.
what? No, what? No, there's
wow,
no
that
way
is a
my dad
deep.
asked
That is a deep cut there. Good God.
Say
That is
that, say
not a
that
deep
again,
cut.
Brad.
Had Dingo Warrior stayed under the tutelage of Gary Hart, would the Ultimate Warrior ever existed?
So we got to blame Gary Hart for this.
Well, this is what I'm talking about. I knew the 5 of us weren't going to have a freaking answer. Hey, Brian, unless you got something, Devin. No?
I would say if he'd stayed as the Dingo Warrior, there would never be. He left Gary Hart to go be the Ultimate Warrior. So if he would have stayed, the entire course of history's changed because he would have just stayed in. He would have stayed in Dallas, and by then, everyone would have realized how terrible he was and never brought him in.
There you have it.
There you go, Adam.
He was Sting's partner back then as a Dingo Warrior, or no?
That was before. He was
Okay.
with the Blade. They were the Blade Runners
Runner.
before, and then he went to go be the Dingo Warrior.
Maybe the Dingo H.O. Baby. Shout out Seinfeld.
Anyway, great question, Randy. I knew that we would have been deers in headlights.
I can't believe Sting ain't got back problems having to carry him all them years.
No,
Hey, can I get a time code?
0.
we're done.
We're done.
No.
It won 57-57.
Didn't we say twice?
59, 58.
No, I asked if you guys were still watching. He said, yeah, and that was it.
Oh, I thought you said had we watched it. And I said yeah. That's what I thought you meant. Okay. Adam
That's okay.
O'Neill. Adam O'Neill wants to know, and I have my answer. Where does the Macho King rank in the list of kings in wrestling, as in all the King of the Rings?
What's the hierarchy?
No, but all the other kings, like all the other kings that have ever won, who is where does he rank?
Number 2.
2. I'm with you. 2 behind Stone Cold.
I'd say 3 then. Behind
Harley.
Brock Lesnar. Who, after winning the King of the Ring, beat The Rock at SummerSlam to win the world title.
I put it number 2, number 3. If you want to put Bret Hart in there,
What about Harley Race?
Here's why he's number 2, or maybe number 1 or number 2, because he embraced the character so much.
And he was able to
What about
carry
Booker?
terrible wrestling.
Five top.
I mean, Booker
Yeah,
T
what
was
about
great.
Booker?
Yeah, he was great. And I was actually, you know what? That's a tough one to argue because of him and Queen Charmel. That was good stuff.
I'll put him number 1 because he's able to carry terrible wrestlers.
What about Regal? Because Regal embraced it too.
How about Mabel?
Yeah.
King Booker was pretty awesome, though. King Booker! That was good.
Still going to go with
Agreed.
2, but I'm putting Booker 3. And I'm you know what? Stone Cold's 3. Macho's 1, Booker's 2, Stone Cold's 3.
But Bret Hart!
Did Austin embrace the character or he just become a new character?
I am all for giving it to someone who embraced the character. Austin did not.
You're right, correct.
Booker probably made the most out of it.
Yeah, you're right. And I think about Austin. I mean, it was his moment. It made him.
But it wasn't him making the King of the Ring thing. Like
Correct.
he could
Was
have done
the
that
question-
in your house, bleepity fuck. And
Where does the
everybody
Macho-
still remember it?
Where does the Macho King rank in the list of kings in wrestling?
Okay,
Devin has-
because there is
Devin
one
has some-
king that is completely like slipping all of our minds.
No, it's not.
Jerry the King Lawler.
It was not
The
slipping my mind.
greatest
He's
king
ninth.
in professional wrestling.
Yeah, but he
He's
didn't
number
become
one in my
king
book.
because he won the King of the Ring.
He was the king of Memphis.
He was
Yeah,
the king.
but we're talking about King of the Ring, people.
No, but you're right, Devin.
That's
It's a
not
good
the
point.
question.
It's a good point, Devin.
That was the question, was it not, Brad? Who was the best King of the Ring?
No, it just says kings.
That's a loaded question.
You know what?
But if that's the case, then Harley Race was number 1.
Mattress Mac.
Adam
Mattress
O'Neal.
Mac is the biggest king of all.
Adam O'Neal has never even had a root beer.
There is the King of Kings, Triple H.
Mike, you got anybody?
Yeah. Jimmy the King.
I like Jimmy the King. Excellent
The
answer.
Gene King.
All right,
Billie
Ben
Jean
Jones
King.
from Down Under. Do you think the Ultimate Warrior could have been successful heel during this time?
Nope.
If so, how would you have booked him to turn heel? I would have had him attack Savage after he reunited with Liz, possibly giving her a bump. No. Immediately following their WrestleMania 7 match. I wouldn't do that because you don't take bumps.
but
You
it
don't
wouldn't be. I don't know.
take- you could have done it in this match though.
But it was retirement. Like it was under the umbrella of a retirement match.
I understand that, but you could have turned him heel if he would have tried to interfere with this reunited, and
Yeah.
like Macho would have thrown him out of the ring, and they would have been cheering anyway because of the Liz Elizabeth thing. That's how I would have done it.
Yeah.
But no bumps by Elizabeth. That is not acceptable, Ben Jones. What do you guys think?
Sweet polka dots. I
I
liked
think
her
it's good
attire.
what you just said, Brad. How like in the middle of the like reunition between the two, Warrior could have been in the way.
Yeah.
So Macho had to get him out of the way, and then you could have Warrior looking back or something, giving mean looks.
And have him and Sherry walking out together.
Yeah,
Both
like
yelling like, no!
yeah, true. You can start them two as a pair.
But Warrior probably didn't want to do that, right, Adam?
Probably not. Unless he was wearing a hat. He had to wear a hat. That's what
Anyway, that's it for the questions. Back to you, James.
Well, you know what goes good with the questions? Some Devin's delicious donuts. So hey, Devin, the sweeter the better. What you got for us?
All right, so I got something pretty sweet for us today. Another edition of No Our
Motherfucker.
Crew.
Why was it about donuts if you're gonna do this?
It's about donuts, so I'm gonna make my number one question. What's y'all's favorite donut?
Boston cream.
Ooh,
Man,
solid.
I don't know.
Boston creams are good.
You know what I can eat a hunt
Hey, you can't go wrong with a regular glazed. I'm, like a chocolate one, that's good. But like a regular glazed like donut, man, you can't fuck with it. Long Johns and all that stuff, yeah, whatever.
So, do you guys have Krispy Kreme out by you? Do you know what it is?
Yes.
Yep.
I don't think there's anything better than a Krispy Kreme glazed donut. I can eat 12 of them.
A very warm, fresh Krispy Kreme donut. It tastes like it dissolves in your
Melts
palate.
in your mouth. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I can eat,
yeah, like
I
it's
can
like
eat a whole
you're
box.
taking a
Give me
bite of
box.
water, like a sugar sponge.
Man,
It
that's
just
good.
dissolves. It automatically dissolves in your palate.
Mm-hmm. I'm starving.
I got one with caramel. Caramel's good on it.
What?
Caramel on the donut?
Oh, caramel?
Yes,
I'm
caramel.
I know. I'm just kidding. It's
It's
caramel.
always the
It's the
same time
chocolate.
when Brad's like,
It's
"I am
caramel.
starving."
I like glazed blueberry donuts. Man.
I like that too. From Dunkin'?
Yes, they're
Yeah,
so
that's,
good.
that's a solid donut,
We'll
man.
do
We
blueberry.
just
I'm
got
a
Dunkin'
Dunkin'.
Donut about a year ago.
Time's Dunkin' close? Freaking 9 o'clock.
9.
Eight
Hey,
o'clock
order it on
here.
the app and then wait, 3 different lines.
Amy just
All right,
texted
so question number 2.
that think. Wait, did we get one from Mike?
Yeah, he
Yes,
started.
it's a
Boston
Boston
Cream.
Cream.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You were first. Amy just texted me that Finkel's the best ring announcer, FYI. Because of last week with Samantha Irvin, and we were.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out Finkel. I bet he liked donuts too. All right,
That's an
question number
unnecessary
2.
shot at Finkel. What the fuck is that about?
No,
I love it.
what? That was not a shot. I love donuts. We all love donuts. We just talked about it. All right, question number 2, still about food. Everyone also loves Girl Scout cookies. What's your
Thin
guys'
Mint.
favorite Girl
Samoas.
Scout cookies?
Thin Mint.
Thin
The
Mints.
coconut ones, bro, Samoas.
Mike, you ever put Thin Mints in the freezer?
Yeah, oh hell yeah.
Oh,
And eat 'em with
it's
ice
the
cream?
best. Yes, put a little scoop of vanilla in between.
Samoas.
Tag-alongs.
What
I
you
love
got?
Samoas, James.
Tag-alongs.
Samoas are the
The
pretty
coconut ones, bro. Well, they're called
Tagalongs or
Samoas.
Thin Mints?
I
I
think they're called
polished off a
Samoas on the
box of
East
Samoas
Coast.
today.
Okay,
They're
so I got to go
called,
number one with Thin Mints. Number one is Thin Mints, but I have other ones I love.
What? It's Samoas, man. The
I'm
coconut
not a
ones.
coconut man.
Y'all are all wrong. Oh, okay. Wah. It's not a coconut fucking cookie. Like
No, you
it's
know what coconut is?
caramel
It's
chocolate.
peeking out bullshit, James.
Brad,
Like Almond Joys?
see, you're just emotional because your Kelsey boy retired.
I was emotional. It was a sad day.
Dude, I talked to my Philly friend, my Philly fan friend at the commissary today. He's like, "Yeah, rumor has it they're gonna, make 6-2 Kelsey Day in Philly because his number was 6-2, so it's gonna
Love it.
June
I'll
2nd.
drink on that day. Natural light.
Look,
You know, it's
I'm gonna
funny.
eat horse shit too.
coconut
Girl
is
Scout
like the
cookies.
ultimate warrior of cookies. It's garbage.
Heyo.
You say
Who
something about Girl
likes
Scout
lemonade?
cookies.
Do you guys like
I had
lemonade? Those lemonades are good.
Yeah, I had an appointment at the chiropractor earlier today, and they had a little Girl Scout there for people coming out. I was doing all that. I'm like, yeah, you know your thing. Selling boxes at the boxes.
You got a
Man,
couple boxes?
No, I didn't get none. They never
peddling
got cash on
outside
me.
a service is a bit much.
I asked her, I said, "Do you take debit?" She said, "No." He said, "I'll get you next time."
Right?
Oh. All right. So I've been scrolling through Twitter, X, whatever everyone wants to call it. And there's been a lot of talk, people talking about us
Oh,
needing
fuck.
some new WWE Tag Team Championships. They're just sick of the 2 that we currently have. So I have a question for you guys for our third question of Know Our Crew. What is your favorite set of Tag Team Championships ever?
What do
It
you
can
mean?
be
Like
any
the belts?
company.
The
The
belts?
belts, the actual belt.
Oh, Attitude
Fucking go
Era.
with this again. I don't have a freaking clue.
Yeah.
Attitude
You
Era.
don't have a favorite belt?
New Age
No.
Outlaws. All them.
Yeah, the big, like, it was a big, like, fan looking
Yeah.
thing. Yeah,
Yes,
that
that
one.
one right there.
The one that Adam has.
That one's pretty sick.
Listen,
The World
here.
Tag Team Championships.
I don't
Yeah,
have
that's
an
my
answer.
favorite.
I'm sorry. I don't study
Well,
the belts.
Brad, that's not the way we know our crew.
All right,
if you
I like
don't
the first
answer.
one. I like the first ones from WrestleMania 1. Did anybody wrestle there?
I don't know.
Mhm.
You're the
I
one that
don't-
said you're the one that said those belts.
Those belts are great from when the early WrestleMania days.
I bet they are.
All right, I'm with the
sure I can
rest of the
Google it.
guys.
Huh?
I'm with the rest of the guys. I like that same tag team title. But you're not a belt nerd at all, are you, Brad?
I have one belt. Remember, it was a big deal, and it's nowhere special. I haven't displayed it at all. I bought it.
United
That's very-
States champ. Is it a Ric Flair championship?
What you do? Just get it and put it in the box and put it in your closet or something.
It's
Is
just
it
over
United States
sitting
championship?
over there. You know? I need a room. I need a room for my stuff.
So
I need
kick
my
one
own
of these
room.
I
Well,
gotta
You
do
know what that?
that.
Yeah,
That's
you
it.
know what that is. It starts as your own room. Be sure to get a comfortable couch and chair. That's all I'm saying.
Just a nice studio room. One corner of it would be nice.
Good trash can. Probably
Good trash can, solid
a
trash can.
40-gallon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 40 gallons is key.
Get a good chair. Get a good couch.
The best of chairs.
'Cause you're gonna be
TV,
in there. You're gonna be in
TV,
there.
belts, picture of Hulk Hogan wearing the Kick Out Crew shirt, all of it.
Hell yeah.
He did that too.
Yep.
I
that he
can't
did.
go on without my brothers. And then he name dropped us like 85 times.
Mhm.
All
got
five,
one more,
all
Devin?
six of us. I do have one more if
Oh,
we
cool.
want to do that. We got a fourth question.
Because the
in
donut was
added.
Our crew. So this one is non-wrestling. Do you guys have a favorite stand-up comedian?
So I go old school. I say I George Carlin was my favorite.
Classic.
It's an old man answer, I guess, but it's I do like him.
Cat Williams. I love Cat Williams because
He
he
was
does all
recently
that
on
shit. Like he acts out a lot of his too. So that's what I like about him.
He recently had a Netflix show come out.
I seen it.
He was also on the Joe Rogan Experience recently. Catway, he's a great comedian.
I started this.
Are you adding views to that guy? He has
Alex
enough-
Ansel. What about Alex Ansel?
I really don't
Kool-Aid,
know.
baby.
Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Jimmy Carr. He's an insult comic. He's hilarious.
Yeah. He's
What about you,
English.
Devin?
Nice. I recently
Chappelle and Bill Burr.
Oh, those two are great, of course.
Bill
But
Burr.
I recently
Bill
came
Burr,
across the comedian Shane Gillis about a month ago. And I've been watching everything he's been in. And he hosted Saturday Night Live the other night. That was really good as well. But
I think
Is-
Matt
are
Rife
you
pretty
all-
good. I'd like to see him.
Are
he's
you
a
off
younger
of
comedian.
Matt
He's pretty
Rife?
smart.
Weren't you like blowhard and Matt Rife a couple weeks
That
ago?
wife's pretty good.
My wife was
That's,
pretty big behind him. But
I'm yeah.
I think most wives are pretty big Matt Rife fans. So, all right. Well, that is another edition of No Our Crew.
James, you want to pivot
to
back
you, James.
to earlier in the outline for Mike?
I would love to.
Okay.
I would. Brad, that is a damn good fucking idea. So, Mike, obviously joined us, and we didn't get to hear from Mike. So, what better way to welcome Mike into this episode than to Mike's messages from the mouth? What you got, Mike's mouth?
Hey.
It says it.
So, as we know, we got WrestleMania coming around the corner. What better way to celebrate WrestleMania, right? Brian, I need your help here.
Oh, boy.
We're going to do this. We're going to book this match. I think.
I thought it was booked.
Okay, just let me finish.
I know, I'm an asshole.
On for the WrestleMania match. So, of course, at least 5 out of 6 of these people are definitely worth going for the IC title.
Yeah, not Sammy. I mean, what are we doing
How
here?
would you? Sammy main evented last year.
Oh, good for him. And now he's at the bottom of the card.
Well, okay, then who would you do it? Who's going to go
Bronson
after you?
Reed. Like, what are we doing here? I don't give a flying dick about this.
Nah, Chad's the man this year. Chad's the
Chad
man.
Gable.
Chad Gable's going to
wins.
go to WrestleMania and fight for the title.
Chad Gable wins.
JD McDonough should be nowhere near this match.
I bet
They
it's
always
Shin.
put
I
Ricochet
bet
in a
it's
match
Shin
like this.
Sake.
Ricochet's the new Kane.
Devin.
Just put him in where it fits.
Hey, built the same.
Chad Gable.
Yeah,
All the
What
way.
do you think, Devin?
I think
It doesn't matter what you
Finally.
think.
Boom.
I think Ricochet's got it.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Ricochet versus Gunther. They had a hell of a feud when they were on
He's there for a few
SmackDown.
Flips and he's out.
Okay. Here's my opinion. It's going to go down. The last two is going to be Sammy and Gabriel. Gunther's going to interfere, and it's become a three-way. One of the other two is going to win by pinning the other one. So Gunther never gets pinned, and he still loses his title.
All right. Sold.
Just saying.
Well,
Bill
we'll know.
Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
We'll know the winner by this time this week.
Yeah, by this time, I would be right. So
Hey, listen, a three-way dance. Gunther doesn't still look
why not?
strong.
And then he can lose the title without getting pinned.
So who are the other two? Sammy and Gable?
Yeah,
And who wins? Gable?
you can put either one.
Oh, so you didn't pick a winner.
I think Gable should win it.
I think Gable's who everybody will get behind. Sammy's already a little bit, to me, above the Intercontinental title at this point.
Yeah, I would say Gable, but I think, like I said, he pinned Sammy. That way, Gunther never gets pinned. And then now he starts going after the world title. He goes after Drew.
Anybody still have WrestleMania on?
Nope.
Yeah.
No, cut that shit off.
Mr.
Mr.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah. I just wanted you guys to know that.
So that's
That's
all
the
I
match we
had
should have
there.
watched.
Thanks, Mike. That was cool. You know what else is cool? The spirit of 99 problems, but the bitch ain't one. James, what do you got for us this week?
Is that what the is that what the subject is?
That's what it says.
Man. Well, hey, it is a apropos. Is that the phrase? Because there was a I'm not gonna refer to it as such. But yeah. But a bitch ain't one. You know, obviously, took a little rambling time last week, tried to prove my worth. And guess what I did this week? You know, talking about 20 minutes of proving my worth. Now, didn't prove none of my worth. You know? Well, Mike, hold on. Bitch ain't one. Yeah.
Hit me.
Oh, yeah. Jeez. What? What? You want to know our crew again?
Sure. I got another one for us.
You have it? Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, not during your segment. Back to you.
What just happened?
That was
I
a
don't
shit.
know.
Devin, if you're going to step up to the plate, hit a home run.
All right, what's your favorite type of Doritos?
Just regular.
What is regular, Brad?
The original nacho cheese Dorito.
Nacho cheese, yeah.
Cool Ranch.
Cool Ranch.
Do you guys remember Salsa Rio?
Taco Verde is a good one.
It was brief.
Sweet and spicy chili. The purple bag.
I'm not a fan of purple.
Man.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, that was how about this the spirit of 99 problems? You know, we might as well just fuck off. So here's the thing. I hope that everybody because last week was like, oh, let's provide worth and yay, it's all positive and blah blah bullshit. But here's the thing, it's the perseverance and the attitude that you have within yourself to keep going. Because you can say, yeah, I'm totally gonna do this, and then you falter off. And that's weak shit. Like that's weak shit. That's faltering off. That's dummy, you know? So you gotta, stick to the goal, stick to the plan, and accomplish that goal, you know? And I pretty much want Mike to not eat my meat minute. So Mike, that's the spirit of 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. So what you got on this meat minute?
Something quick and easy this week.
Heard that.
Because we got WrestleMania coming up. We're gonna have to have a WrestleMania party. We're gonna have to have WrestleMania food. So let's do a crab dip. How about that?
All right.
So you need about half a pound of crab meat. If you're Brad, you can get the good crab meat. Take them out of the shell.
What's that?
If you're like me,
Yeah.
If you're like me, you get the imitation crab meat.
Get that stuff in a can.
Tastes the same.
You probably shop at Publix. You're probably rich.
You don't have crab in your grocery stores?
Yes,
crabs and lobsters?
We
Yeah,
do.
we do. I'm just saying, I was making fun.
We
There's
definitely
crabs
There's some
everywhere.
there.
I got crabs.
Yeah,
Never
right.
mind. Go ahead.
Hey,
Okay. So, you guys ready?
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm born ready.
Wrap the crabs in.
You need
Oh.
you need 8 ounces of cream cheese. You need a half a cup of mayonnaise. You need 1/4 of a cup of Parmesan cheese. You need 3 teaspoons of minced garlic and green onions. Mix them together. You need 2 large garlic cloves. Mince them up. You need 2 teaspoons of Who's Your Sister sauce. I like that one.
All
I
right,
heard that one the other
guys.
day. I like that one.
Go get what's this sauce. You close this window. Go ahead. All
Okay.
right.
You need 2 tablespoons of fresh
What
squeezed
the-
lemon juice. You need 1 teaspoon of hot sauce and a half a teaspoon of Obey seasoning. You mix it all
Obey?
together.
Shout out crab fries.
Obey. Yes, you mix it all together. Put it in a big pan and bake it at 350 for about 20 to 30 minutes.
Why so hot? Huh?
Because you only want to get crisp on top. You're doing it quick and easy. I say quick and easy, 20 minutes.
That got me. That got me. My bad. Sorry. Go ahead, Mike. Your recipe.
Mike's had it with us.
That was it. I said the whole recipe and how
has
long
he?
to cook it.
Is it? There's,
Sounds pretty
Dip your
good.
chips in it.
it does sound good.
Dip your Doritos in it.
Which kind? The purple bag? Fuck that.
All right.
Podcast had my ass.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Ah, yeah.
All right.
Welcome
Thanks,
to
Mike.
the show. You know what else is happening on this show? If and when you retire. And boy, howdy.
All right.
Hell, yeah, go for it, Brett.
So when you retire, so we had a retirement match today, and I've been trying to link the little fun game to the gimmick match. When you retire, now we all have to assume at this point that even though we're retired, we're kind of on our own. There's no spouse. So sorry, Devin. But it just makes more sense this way because otherwise I know the answers. You
I'm
understand
a
what I
step
mean?
ahead. I'm a step ahead.
Sorry, you too. Like,
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
not the only
Yeah.
one married.
So I-
Like,
Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Anyway, where would you want to live if you were retired? And I have 3 choices here: with your younger family, in your house alone, or in a senior living center. Devin.
all right. So as of right now, I don't have a younger family, so I'm gonna say by myself in my own home somewhere, resort island. I don't know.
Okay. How about you, Mike?
I already got this figured out. I'm going to live by myself in a cabin in the woods. I got 3 kids. Between all 3 of them, they can afford to buy it for me, and I ain't got nothing to worry about.
In a van down
As
by
long
the
as I
river.
live- I'm going to be down by the river so I can go fishing. I got my land so I can
on
go
the
hunting.
right path.
Fuck everybody else. Leave me alone.
Adam?
Give me the
Yeah.
options one more time.
Senior living center. Now, I don't mean like a nursing home. I mean like a senior community. Younger family or a house alone.
Senior center.
Oh, yeah, because he's
My options changed because I was thinking a
Yeah,
nursing home.
I'm gonna hang out with my buddies and then spread chlamydia all across the whole place.
There it is.
Yes.
Devin, you changed your answer?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
For
You
sure.
know, Adam's
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
go to
smashing.
Well, that's
the
all right.
community
You go
pool.
ahead, James. Go ahead, James.
I am. Well, you gotta try at that. Why? Hey, I know. My life is full of mystery and wonder. I'm not retired at any age. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a kid, and I'm damn near 40. So like, age is just a number. Well, I'm not gonna say that, but retirement and all the fun and planning is just like a mindset. So why the fuck not would I want to live in a retirement home so I can just take trips all the time?
All right.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys realize this today. I posted it on Facebook. I got an email sent to my account today that said I am now a member of AARP. Now, I am not 50 years old, but my wife is. So I am AARP member now because
You're
of
gonna
her.
wish you didn't say that.
Woo, woo wee.
Shout
Anyway.
out Deb.
Hey, shout out. She's already outed herself on Facebook because everybody's like, "You're 48 years old." Anyway, I am going to be at the senior living center, and it is. I'm glad you guys caught on to what I was getting at there with that senior living center, because
Yeah,
that's
you're
like
gonna be the one that they put like push up to the window and give like a popsicle, and he just like eats outside the
I don't want to
window.
be a nuisance to my family, and I sure as hell don't want to live by myself. I'm going to live it up with people my own age and take as much Viagra as I need.
There you go.
I don't know about that, but since my grandfather's passed, my grandma's been having fun at the
See, that's
senior
what I'm
living
talking.
home.
And they don't
She's got
waste
a
any time, right?
pool. They have a bowling night. They have they have poker every single night at
I am
6.
glad you mentioned poker and bowling, Devin. Well, just bowling anyway, because here's the next one. If you're
I didn't
retired,
mention bowling.
you did.
Bingo.
Well, let's just pretend you said bowling. Um, what activity would you want to do? Would you want to, if you're retired, you want to golf? Do you want to bowl, or do you want to play shuffleboard?
Dominoes, baby, dominoes. Ain't slamming fives.
You can play dominoes too.
I love bowling.
Yeah, Devin.
I'm golfing. I just recently started golfing, so
All right.
I'm gonna
Well,
keep doing that every summer.
make sure you hit the chiropractor regularly. You're an old man now. All right. You're not. What are you? 27, 26?
Married.
26,
He's
yeah.
married. He's an old man now because he's married.
And so Adam's
That's
bowling.
why I started playing golf.
How about you, Mike?
I'm by myself, so I'm not doing none of that with nobody.
No, you
I'm
have
hunting.
to do one. You have to pick one. No, fishing's you can fish too. All right, this is another option. Jeez, oh man, you can't do two things.
I like fishing. Okay, if you
If
go
I'm by
fishing,
myself,
Yeah, I want to fish. Now you're putting fish in there.
I knew what you three hicks would want to do, but that's why it's not on there. Go ahead, Mike.
I guess I'd bowl.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at bowl.
They can
Good.
buy me a boat.
What
I
about
can
you?
make a
What
couple
about you,
of
James?
Fishing.
Fuck off.
No, hey, bones would be good.
It's not an option. Okay,
I
perfect.
know.
But you can still do it.
Bowling, I get, man, I'm not really good at, well, I'm not really good at anything, so bowling would be the funnest one.
Yeah. Listen, I'm playing shuffleboard at the senior center because there's going to be a
Bet you
shuffleboard.
fucking are.
Shuffleboard is fun.
That's that game, right? You slide the thing
Slide
down.
the thing.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
it's
fun
like
game.
tabletop curling. Yeah, it's like tabletop
Yeah,
curling.
exactly right.
But get the sand out of the way. Get the sand
I
out
didn't
of the way.
mention bocce. You know, that's
Oh, and you're the sandiest. Well, never mind. So I bet you do like that.
all right. So finally, one more. What pet would you want? Are you a dog person? Are you a cat person? Or are you a fish person? Devin. Meow.
Yeah. I absolutely love dogs, and I'd love to say that I'd have a dog, but I've had cats for my entire life, so I'd probably most likely have a cat.
And what would the cat's name be as a senior?
Duh.
Perfect.
No, maybe like Jeter or something. I don't know.
Oh
I'd pick
God,
Purdy after he gets us a couple rings. Maybe it'll be a Purdy kitty.
it's Mariano Jeter. Yeah, like they
No, it'd be Purdy because it's pretty close, but never getting it.
Dun, 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 dun. I like that one. That's a good
That
one. That's a
Debo
good
would be a
joke.
cute name for a cat. You know.
Buddy of mine
Can
named
I
his
keep
cat
my pig?
Maxie after from the Sixers. I'm like, that's pretty good. Go ahead, Mike.
Can I keep my pig?
No, you can have the pig, yes, but you have to have another animal. You can't just pick your own
Take another dog. Take a
dog.
dog.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm out in the woods by myself. I want a dog.
Man, you
Gotta
sound
have
like
something to
sounds
help me
like a lot
hunt
of
these
fun over there.
squirrels. It is. I
All
won't be
right, go
doing
ahead.
nobody's shit.
Yeah, you don't want to talk. Are you doing a podcast anymore?
Oh yeah, it's the podcast.
We're the
I
only
still got
people he
Wi-Fi.
talks to.
Yeah.
All right, Adam,
Small dog.
small dog. Appreciate
Yeah,
this.
small. Yeah, just something that'll fit in your lap.
I like the sound of that.
Well, I mean, just if you're
Are
watching
we still talking about
TV,
animals?
no, I mean, if you're watching TV, you want your man's best friend right there with you, right there in your chair, right with you, or sitting on the arm of the chair right beside you.
James?
Well, I've ate a lot of bad fish in my day, so I, wasn't going to choose that one. Like, I mean, I would assume the Summer's Eve was available to all of them, but I guess that was bad fish on my part. But like I said, the Greyhound, man. Yeah, yeah, fuck off. That's a good joke.
That was good. I was like,
You know what I'm going with.
I got it.
Yeah. Summer's Eve. But the Greyhound, like, I like to have a Greyhound. Or what dog were you saying? Because
As any dog that you feel fit.
oh,
Did you
a
know
Greyhound on the local
Greyhound are an
trail.
endangered
I said it
species?
like a couple weeks ago. Go ahead, Devin.
he said
Yeah,
greyhounds are endangered species.
yeah.
I'm going to look that up. You better be right.
Well, then I need to get one, I guess, you know.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Put the
Not that I
Summer's
knew
Eve
of.
to
I
the
thought you couldn't get
side.
one.
You know, I've ate enough fish in my lifetime. Put the Summer's Eve to the side. I ain't give me a Greyhound.
Well, you
I
should.
knew a couple
You
people
should
have.
adopt a Greyhound now.
Yeah,
Adopt
they
a
used to be
pet, no
like
matter what.
adoptions for real cheap down at the dog track
Yeah,
years
don't
ago.
go to the breeders. Go to the adoption center. It's
Yeah,
much better.
I used to go to dog track.
My
Give
apartment
these
won't
pets a
allow
little
it, but
longer
if I
life.
were to move out of here, I would definitely
I've
get
won
one.
some money off of them too.
Hey, Brad, what's the next question?
That's it. I'm taking a dog as well. All right, yeah. Final question is: who would you rather have, Miss Elizabeth this time, or Scary Sherry? I'm kidding.
As our manager?
Nope. As a one night only. Sherry's the answer, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Right? You know what else is? Oh, yeah. Thanks, Brad. It's Devin's demographic. So, Devin, are you, pump and circumstancing us with some good demographics this time?
So first off, for my demographic, not so great news. Because Sammy Guevara has been suspended from AEW.
That is actually the best demographic you've ever done, and I think we should have a moment of cheer, a moment of praise for the Sammy is not going. He's gonna be a running. He gets that to be a daddy. He's not gonna be on my TV. Like who?
The reason given, at least across
because he
text,
almost
was,
tried to kill one of the Hardys. We know why.
but why book him in a match against Will Hobbs a week later instead of suspending him then?
That's on them.
That's my only problem with this entire thing. Why didn't they suspend him then instead of 2 weeks after he put his life on the line?
Fair question. I don't know.
After you extorted him and took what you needed out of him to put through TV.
Did you say extort?
Yeah, I mean, if he was suspended when he should have been, I guess, then realistically, he wouldn't have been put through that match. He wouldn't have wrecked his back like he did in the Will Hobbs match. What? All right, I move on. Number 2. I like the boxing world. I bring it up a decent amount. Well, recently signed in the boxing world, Mike Tyson's back in the ring, going 1-on-1 with Jake Paul.
Jake Paul, baby.
I thought he was gonna go Cold Stone.
Free on Netflix, right?
It's gonna be July
Netflix.
20th, live on Netflix.
Excellent.
So
I'm excited. I'm going to watch it because it's free.
Netflix, they're kind of getting into this game now. We've
Yeah, I'm
heard that they
hoping
bought Raw, and now they're into boxing.
It's definitely not going to be a purchase, though, right? It's going to be free on Netflix, right?
I'm hoping. I'm not going to say anything
Because
because I truly don't know that.
You would assume that, but this is different.
No one knows. They ain't done it yet.
Yeah, I need to ask somebody. Who would know?
But Mike Tyson back in the ring. I'm excited.
Butterbean's talking about making a one match comeback.
Yet?
You both were talking. I'm sorry.
Butterbean said he was wanting to come back for one match.
That'd be fun on that card.
He's been doing DDP yoga.
I'd pay him to knock out Devin. We can do that in Mania, right? KOC stuff. Knock out
What'd you say, Mike?
I said, isn't this Netflix's like first big live thing they're doing?
I think it's going to be because this is definitely before October when Raw's going to be moving over.
Much earlier.
And this is July 20th, so I think it's their first live.
Going in January, not October.
Okay. October's when SmackDown is.
Correct.
Moving to USA. Okay. I have the dates mixed up.
October is also when Raw gets off of USA.
Oh, wow.
So from October to January, they don't have nowhere to go.
I wonder what's going to happen there.
There's your fucking demographic, Devin. Why aren't you covering that?
Because we're nowhere near October. But number 3.
Or July
we talked about it a little bit earlier. Kazuchika Okada made his AEW official debut as a signed wrestler, and he turned heel and joined the Young Bucks. I thought it was pretty historic.
I loved it. I thought it was an excellent presentation. Make him a heel. Very well done.
So I have this as my fourth note, but Brad just touched on it, so I'll make it quick. Brad is now an AARP member, so shout out to him.
Yep. 10% off at Outback. Who's laughing now?
You'll need it with that blooming onion.
Yeah, baby.
How much lower is your car insurance now?
Oh, yeah. It's not. three kids under 20 in the house. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Stop fucking. I don't know what was
I
it
did.
our fault?
I did. 18
Hey,
years
shout
ago.
out Devin. You see what Brad's going through? He's fucking bald. That's what he went through. So
I am
shout out
bald.
Devin. That's your
I'm
future.
very, very
You're
bald.
gonna get stressed out by 3 teenage kids at the same time.
That's why Brad's living at a retirement home.
Retirement home. 10% off everything at Outback. Really excited.
All right, so my fifth and final Devin's demographic for this week. Brad kind of talked about it a little bit earlier when he said that he thinks Donald Trump's going to be the next president. Well, I said look into independent parties because I'm voting for Afro Man.
Thank God that got in.
Man. I had no idea where that was going, but
No.
shout out.
I just seen the rapper Afro Man was running independent
Yeah,
party.
tall cans. Afro Man likes tall cans. Good song.
Yeah.
You don't know it. Yeah.
Not at all. Back to you, James.
Hell yeah, well, oh, fuck me. Yeah, I guess I gotta do, so next week is gonna be a real special episode, for your boy here. I'm not gonna get too, wild into it, but, there's been a lot of, like, I've talked a lot about, like, hey, you may not fit the mold of our champion or you don't belong here, type of stuff. And obviously, like, non-corporate or pinky out like Brad, people don't fit the agenda. But man, sometimes it's like, if I don't fit your agenda, it fucking beat me. Like, beat me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't fit your fucking agenda, then find the son of a bitch and then have them beat me. Because guess what? I'm the baddest motherfucker you got on your roster. And next week is gonna be man, I actually have to do the build. But next week is gonna be something epic, and I would stun a lot of you if you weren't able to get it. But I think we're gonna do it'll be episode 100. I don't want to give too much away, but it'll be episode 100. And obviously, I did a 20-minute segment about not, having any part of the show and not proving my worth. But I guess next week I have to prove my worth because we're covering WrestleMania 14 and the Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels match. But we're not only covering that, we're covering all of the things in between because you can't cover that match without addressing the fact that, hey, Stone Cold may not have been your champion, but guess what? He's the baddest son of a bitch out there. Like, beat him. And Vince acknowledged, being a heel on camera and all that stuff. So I know I've said too much. I'm way pumped about this episode. But yeah, I guess that is next week. I actually had an answer for the next week's segment.
And we are actually watch along, right?
We can do whatever the fuck you want to.
I think we talked about that.
I can talk about this for 10 hours.
All right. So
no, it's a joke. But yeah, we're gonna do a watch along WrestleMania 14. Shawn Michaels.
Please, after the crap we had to watch today, can we do a good one next week?
Well,
we are. It's gonna be the
Stone
Cold.
Were you here for this?
No, I want to do watch along style because I think we need to be rewarded for the shit we just watched.
Today was a great story.
The story was great.
And that is what wrestling, professional wrestling, sports entertainment is all about.
We'll do a cover a match. We'll get back to that some point. Hell, I don't even know. It's their fucking show. I'm just the guy that opens the episode. But yeah, I guess we're doing the watch along. Gonna be great. I could talk about this. You know what? you're just gonna have to tune in next week because I can talk about this match and the fact. I mean, my God, it's Stone Cold. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's fucking go, Stone Cold. But that being said, I'm not gonna get too excited because I think the team machines are rolling, and I appreciate everybody being here. Shout out, Mike.
Hey now.
No, you're good. Made it, and as always, thank everybody for tuning in. And thank you for checking out the episode. And if you haven't checked out last week's episode, what are you waiting for? I mean, my goodness, look at us. We're hilarious. So go ahead and check out last week's episode. Go ahead and check out this episode. And guess what? We're gonna be coming to you next week. So go ahead and check out that episode. Because in all reality, if you like what we're doing, because it's your show. Like, if you like what we're doing, be a friend. And why not tell a friend? Because, it's not our show. We don't do it for us. We just sit back, relax. I maybe mumble too much. But you know what we do? We have a damn good time. And hey, all the troubles just float away. Like, there's nothing there. Why not smile? Ain't nothing wrong with smiling. But that being said, why not just sit back and relax and do what you do and kick out at 2 with the kick out crew? Because you know how beautiful sunrises are. I see you dickheads Snapchat and Instagram them all the time. But guess what? There's only one way you get to Snapchat those fucking sunrises. It's because you wake up and you kick out at 2 and you fucking conquer the day. Why not? You're the one that conquers the day. The day ain't got shit. You're the one that you're the one that owns the day. So why not do it? And that's what we do on your show. But thank you so much for joining us. And I guess the only thing to say is we'll be back next week. That being said, goodbye.
Peace.